Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, there's another movie review. Today we're tackling Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. It's a really long title and I'm finally reviewing it. I saw it a few days ago. I couldn't really get a review out because of homework. I've been doing a lot of lesson plans. But we are back and we're finally reviewing this film. Now look, I'm just going to say this. The Monsterverse was something I haven't seen in theaters. I believe this was actually my first, this was my first one I saw in theaters. So, I've seen the other ones. I have them on Blu-ray. I've seen them, and they're really good. It's not like my favorite, cinematic universe or whatnot, but, it's good stuff. I really enjoy them. And I was looking forward to this one. I'm like, all right, this could be a really good movie, and it looks really fun, and then I kind of got put in check in a bit, because I looked online and I saw, not too great with critics. And that doesn't really matter to me, but, I kind of... upon going into this movie, I kind of realized that, okay, this is a movie about King Kong, a giant effing ape, and Godzilla, a big mutant lizard thing, and they attack each other, and, well, I guess they work together to stop another thing. It's like, alright, that's cool, but all the reviews online were like, oh, it's really fun action, but don't expect a good story. It's just dumb, turn off your brain action. And I was like, alright, that's cool, but... at that point, it's just something for toddlers. Because it's like, alright, big lights and fight scenes and crazy spectacle and CGI and wow, lasers! It's like, where's the substance? And then I sat down and watched the movie and the substance was effing there. Thankfully. This is not, again, the most deep, this is not the Batman. This ain't Joker. This isn't the Last Jedi of film, right? This isn't, at least in my opinion. But at the same time, it does what it sets out to do, okay? It's a fun, badass action film with Kong, Godzilla, Scar King, right, the villain, a bunch of other crazy things. And all of it works, right? The action is good. You can follow it. The CGI looks really good. Obviously it's going to look good because the other ones did as well. But, Kong, Godzilla, all the creatures and the monkeys and all that, everything looks really good. The only thing that's a little wonky is the baby monkey that's in the trailers, like kind of like red-orange skin type thing. It looks a little cartoonish. And I know, oh really? But, you look at King Kong, right? A big freaking monkey. It's like, alright, I know what a monkey looks like, or an ape or whatever, right? I know what that looks like. I know what a little one looks like too, but I guess the eyes are too big. I don't know, just kind of weird. It seems like they needed a mascot. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Star Wars has Grogu. And Marvel has... Iron Man, I don't know, different movie franchises have different mascots or different things that they kind of market on, and I guess this was like their big marketing ploy, right? Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, they got BD-1. Droids aren't always the cute marketing thing, that's an example I'm giving, but, it works, but the CGI for that's a little wonky sometimes, but again, point being, it looks good. The action is good, again, it's comprehensible, you know what's going on at all times, which is nice, but the storyline is kind of broken up into two different stories, right? You have, because, as I mentioned at the beginning, all I heard online was that, oh, it's big, crazy, dumb action and, like, zero plot. And I was like, oh, I don't know about, movies need plot or else it's just flashing lights and colors and animation, you know what I mean? Now, I will admit this is basically an animated movie, okay? This is an animated movie. CGI, by the way, is animation, just if you didn't know. This is literally an animated film with some human heads and people bopping around sometimes, That's not a bad thing. It's just there's a lot of CGI in it. Thankfully, it does look good. But in terms of the story, again, it's not the biggest freaking story in the world. It's not going to make you go, oh my god, wow! It's not as deep as, say, Godzilla or even Kong Skull Island, right? None of those movies are, like, stupid deep, but you know what I'm saying. With this being said, though, you kind of, without ruining the movie, because it is still kind of fresh, you have, a Kong arc with the baby monkey that I don't like, and they kind of, Kong is very depressed and sad, right? Because he's living in this area, right? This kind of hollow earth without a family, and he's just kind of roaming around with this gruff beard, and he's like, "Where's my monkey people?" And then you have Godzilla, who's like sleeping. I don't remember, like some Rome area. I don't know. He's sleeping somewhere, like a big coliseum, and he wakes up and he beats the shit out of some other monster, and then he goes back to sleep. Basically what I do every day. And with that being said, it's very interesting that you can kind of have these different arcs, because what do you do at that point? it's a Kong and Godzilla movie. What do you effing do when they're not trying to kill each other, right? Where does this lead? What's the point? And thankfully, you do see the point with Kong with his little arc, and you see Godzilla. Godzilla has, albeit a smaller, character arc, monster character arc than Kong, but it still works. It's still there. And then you have the human side, right? And you got Rebecca Hall playing Dr. Andrews, I believe, and you have Gia, who's a little older than she was in the last movie. She's kind of in school now. She's trying to adjust, and she's like, okay, I don't belong. I don't talk. I just don't belong. You know what I mean? People think I'm freaking weird because I'm the last Iwi tribe girl or person in general. At least we think. Just saying. But with that being said, also that ruining everything, it is really cool though that they have that in there. Again, I wasn't expecting human stuff. I don't know who Millie Bobby Brown. I forgot her name. I know Kyle Chandler's her dad. They were in some of the other ones like King of the Monsters and whatnot. And they're not even in this. I don't even know if they're mentioned. They're just straight up like they're not in it. I don't know. The one guy's in it, Bernie. He's back. We'll get to him in a minute. But again, I think that it's really cool that we have kind of an arc for Gia because she's kind of there like, all right, well, what's my point? Like, I don't belong in this time. I'd rather hang out with Kong. And then that character family dynamic gets explored as well, which is cool. Again, it's not the deepest thing in the world, but it's there, and I'm glad it is there. Surprisingly, from what I've heard online, a lot of people saying it's like a 99% monster fights and like 5 minutes of human time. There's a lot of human screen time in this film, especially in the beginning. It's like a lot of it. In fact, the whole movie, I don't know what the hell these people were talking about online, saying, oh, it's just monster fights the whole time. It's not. There are monster fights, but thankfully there is a plot to then propel those monster fights into actually being there, like, wanting to be there and actually making sense within the narrative that they're trying to tell. And it's not just, oh, well, monkey versus lizard for 3 hours, And thankfully it's not 3 hours. I probably would watch 3 hours of monkey fighting a lizard, but again, I could just, go to the zoo and, Nagini, that. But anyway, I do think it is really cool that, again, they have that element of human interaction because, again, it propels the story forward, which is really awesome. In terms of Bernie, look, Bernie to me is like the DCEU's Flash. Ezra Miller should be in jail. But I think that his character, Ezra Miller, his character of the Flash is very much not terrible, but, if you read a Flash comic, he's like an adult in some instances. He's like an adult, and he's cool. And yeah, he tells jokes and he's kind of dumb, but he's not like an idiot. You know what I mean? That's the same thing. But you know what I'm trying to say. He's not like Ezra Miller. Because you watch, Batman, you watch any DCEU movie with the Flash in it, and he's like, wow, look at the Batcave, wow, the Batcomputer, wow, Batman! That's all he is. Basically. I mean, there's more to that. He's more of a dynamic character than that, but that's really what you can kind of boil this down to, right? He's just kind of perplexed by everything. And look, if I saw Batman, I'd be doing the same damn thing, and you would too. But at the same time, in a movie, if that's all he does is just tell jokes, he's just a comic relief character and really nothing else, especially in, like, Joss Whedon's Justice League, right? You look at Bernie in this, he's not just the dumb guy, but everything he does is either a joke or is meant to be seen as a joke. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not just saying he's a bad character because he's not. No one in this movie is a downright bad character. But there's a lot of moments where he pauses or the audience is suspected to laugh. And I just kind of went, you know what I mean? Like a, like little exhale out of my mouth. I wasn't like, I wasn't like dying of laughter. And there are some funny moments in this movie, okay? I'm not saying there aren't. And Bernie is funny in this movie. But everything he does is, again, it's hard to describe because if I were in his position, I'd probably be doing the same thing. But not, every character isn't doing what he's doing. You have, serious moments, and then Bernie's just like, look at my podcast! You know what I mean? He gets all crazy, and he just stops. He just doesn't stop bitching about his podcast, and I do the same thing. But you know what I'm trying to say? This isn't really sounding good in my case, but still. He kind of just is very enthusiastic, and that's not inherently a bad thing, but I feel like a lot of the times he is very over-enthusiastic, where it's almost like, all right, bro, calm down, okay? We get it. You like monsters, okay? Calm down, I guess that's what you guys are saying whenever I bring up Star Wars and the sequels, but still. I'm not doing a very good job of this, but I hope you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's not horrible, but maybe that could be a slight negative. I don't know. There really aren't that many negatives. I genuinely think that the character interaction, the human arcs, and the monster arcs are, again, they're not like the best thing ever, but for what I heard I was going to get and what my expectations were, it's a heck of a lot better than what I was expecting. and that's pretty cool. Again, you know, you still get your mindless bullcrap, crazy action with Kong gets a freaking weird Thanos, boom, kind of power glove, you know. And by the way, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, look, don't buy the power glove in Modern Warfare 3. It's $80. It's more expensive than the freaking game. Don't do it. I don't care. I don't even play online. But if you play online, if you play Modern Warfare 3 online, don't buy the glove, okay? Just don't. I'll be very mad at you. Anyway, yeah, the power glove's cool in the movie, at least, and it's pretty insane. And again, new characters like Trapper. He's cool. I don't really know if he has a real name. They just call him Trapper. I don't know. I guess that's his legal name. Who knows? But they were like, oh, Trapper. We'll name our kid Trapper. You know what I mean? I guess they're Australian now. I don't know. But yeah, it is cool that we see new characters, and it is nice. Again, I haven't seen the Monarch show, which apparently I believe is still canon to this. I have seen the Kong Skull Island anime. Yes, that is canon. I'm assuming Monarch is as well. I really did enjoy seeing you know, new fresh faces in the MonsterVerse. You know, and I think that could be viewed as a negative because it seems like every movie, characters we really like, they're either just gone, or they're permanently gone, or they're not mentioned, or we have brand new characters that are good, but at the same time we don't really mention the other stuff, and I don't know, just for being a cinematic, connected universe, I think the MonsterVerse could do with a little bit better writing in terms of where other people are at this moment in time. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I feel like, alright, where's Millie Bobby Brown's character? Where's the Deadpool 2 kid? Where are they at? Okay, they're just not here, you know what I mean? Like, Bernie's here again, but okay. I guess we're focusing on Gia now. Who's the main character besides the who's the main human character? I thought it was Elizabeth Olsen and the other guy, Aaron Taylor Johnson. They pooped out. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Maybe Charles Dance is the main bad guy. Oh no, I think he's dead. Millie Bobby Brown's the main. Oh no, wait, no, she's gone. Oh, Gia! You know, I guess Gia's the main now. You know, it just seems kind of inconsistent in their storytelling. But in terms of this film specifically, I didn't have that much of a problem because, again, all of it did work. You know, there are funny moments. Some of them don't land. Most of them do. The action looks really freaking good. It's clean. It looks amazing. You know, there's, really good character moments and arcs for both the humans and the monsters, which are very cool, again. And, again, the way it ends kind of, you know, it does seem a little bit definitive of an ending. You know, if this were to be the final one, I think it could be. But this movie's making a butt ton of money, and I'm assuming they're just going to keep plowing through with MonsterVerse films. Look, you know, if they can keep making good movies, I'm freaking there. I'm there for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. Keep them coming. Just make them good. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking for. I don't want those monsters to be woke. You know what I'm saying? Please, no. But still, I think that it has potential to keep going as long as it does work. And so far, Godzilla X Kong did work. It's not my favorite. I still think Kong Skull Island takes the cake, takes the monster cake. I don't think that will be topped anytime soon. You guys know I effing love that movie. I like all these movies, but that one to me is just uber special. It's like, it's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. None of the other MonsterVerse films are in my top 10. They're good. Trust, like, I like them. I love them, actually. But, you know, they're not part of that, you know, top 10 list. But I still enjoyed this one for what it is. Again, I heard it was going to be just monster fights and not very deep. But, and it's not the deepest thing in the world. That's not a sex joke. But at the same time, it is very much a deeper, more rich experience than I was expecting. And, you know, I'm very happy that I got that. And it's not just, you know, an hour and 50 minutes of monsters, you know what I mean? Which, again, I'd watch that. But as a movie, we need some kind of storytelling in there. And I think they did a pretty good job. I'm going to give Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, we'll give it an A-. I think it's a pretty good score. Again, a few negatives here or there. Some of the jokes don't land. Bernie's a bit wonky sometimes. And, you know, I do think that they could maybe do a little bit with, you know, overall consistency writing to kind of tie everything in better. But as a movie, I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what they do with the next one. And, again, if you were on the fence of seeing this, I highly recommend you see it. Again, it's not like the best movie of all time, but it's a lot better than what I was expecting, especially in terms of storytelling. And, again, that action is pretty sick. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.